Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and I'm going to be running through what I do on a daily basis, guys. Now this is one of the absolute biggest questions that I always get asked is how do I go through here, the logic, explaining kind of my journey through the daily process. So of course, guys, AFK 22 hours. I only log in once or twice a day at this point. Fast rewards, because of my VIP level where my progression is within AFK Arena, I do this multiple times, guys. The reason being, you're getting cores out of here, you're getting some engraving mats, you're getting baits. As we continue to add more things into AFK Arena, you continue to get more out of the fast rewards, which of course gives you a much bigger reason to go ahead and buy this. Now, I buy this twice. We buy this the third time, the fourth, and the fifth. I stop at 200 diamonds, guys. So that means in totality right there, we spent what? 50 and 80, so around 120, 220, so 320 diamonds right there for fast rewards. But again, when you look at the rewards that you get out of that, it is absolutely huge. Silent Val, guys, Magic Man, big shout out to him. We're continuing progression through here. We've actually been chatting back and forth. I have mentor rewards probably almost three times over at this point. I still love being able to mentor a player going through here and just building it out. Now, friends, of course, are just going to be the auto receive. Then we collect up all of our loot, so we get our daily rewards out of here. It looks like I might have dropped to number 2, which I am okay with. Guys, I haven't been farming that much. Beginning the battle, again, just regular routine. I will begin this. We just get out. That way we get our activity points for the day and go build from there. Now, bounty board, when it is 100% bounty board, and look at this pretty good stat, guys, I make sure, and I'm just going to accept this one, I make sure that I refresh this once or twice every day. The reason being, when you look at all of the loot that you can get out of here, I want to get essence, I want to get diamonds. I don't care about gold, I don't care about the rare stones, but when you look at the stack that we literally just walked in, I'm going to dispatch all these. When I get to one or two of these being gold or being the rare stones, I just go ahead and let it be. I'm not going to spend my diamonds to refresh that. Now, in addition, guys, we're going to pick up some extra through here. So, I mean, you're talking thousands, actually thousands of essence in here, which is really, really cool to see. Now, of course, our challenger tokens within the arena, you can see I'm ranked 2. It happens every now and then just for the fact that I'm not farming, even though I'm super, super high level in comparison. I mean, we're almost, what, probably 7x times the build out here. And it looks like Lith has been just farming the arena. So it's easy to knock somebody down if you're going through. Again, I'm so far, this is the highest player that has been in the PvP aspect. And you can see we go and we just make a couple points. So she, whoever it is, it might be a guy, has just been farming some of the players out there that are below where she's at. And I say she because it's the awakened version of Belinda. But overall, guys, this is a really good spot to farm. We've talked about this before. I'm going through and doing the dailies and actually farming this out. You do get some of the chests every now and then, which do yield diamonds. Sometimes it is stones, but you also do get something other than gold if we ever do get anything other than gold. But ultimately, you can get some good resources out of here, including essence. This is a decent place, again, if you have the tickets, to go ahead and use them to go ahead and farm for the essence. Now, of course, LC tournament, you want to stay as high as you can in there. Treasure scramble is just kind of running. We can record or pick up our loot in here. I stay, again, teetering between 1% and then, of course, 100 or less. Now in here, guys, I do literally just one attempt on one floor to get through this one. I don't go through. This is the point where I do not farm it at this point because, again, I'm just going through and doing the dailies. Arcane Labyrinth, you can see we run the Dismal every single time. We have a team in here. Then when it comes to the store, we'll check out in 1 second. I didn't know if this was here, but looking at the store, made a little bit of more progression. Somebody did in the King's Tower, but looking at the store itself, guys, this is where you want to buy out a couple things. Of course, the elemental shards, the time emblems you want to buy. You want to buy the hero's essence. Now, personally, I buy the large crate of hero essence just for the simple fact, power leveling and making progression. These you also buy out if you're less than 300. Now, in addition, I have been buying these out, the elemental cores. I paused buying the baits, but I'm buying the cores out because we know right now the awakened version of Sophia is coming. I have 1430, so I need a lot more cores to be able to build Sophia. So buying those out, again, it is kind of your preference if you're looking and leaning a lot more towards the baits or if you're looking towards the store. vice versa, buy one of the two of them out if you have the diamonds, guys. Elder Tree, I always pop in here real quick just to go ahead and cap whatever I can. We're almost to 175 in all of the trees. Oaken, we just grab up our loot out of here, which again makes it pretty easy. We get some more diamonds, get some more essence. Then, of course, when it comes to the guild aspect, we've already farmed the bosses to our 1 billion damage, which means I can just hop in here. We can quick battle because we know we're going to get the maximum rewards that we can get out of there. Collecting any of your guild chests as well. Free loot, guys. It is literally free loot. Now, Isle of Gold is still going on. Hellscape, we make sure that we do all of these in here. Now, I know they just reset. I farm, usually opening day is I'll do 2 attempts. This is how I usually do it based on the builds. I know I already have the best heroes that I have in here, so I will do 2. The logic behind this, or the reason behind this, is if by chance I forget to come back to this for whatever reason, something happens, I know for this week that my boss is in here. At least I'll get some loot out of here. Might not be the best depending on the builds that we have on the current heroes, but I know overall I'm going to be pulling some loot within here, regardless of where I land. I do the exact same thing with the Cursed Realm, is going through the auto battle. Is I hop in here, I set all of my teams, which have been the same since last week. I go ahead, I activate, I do 2 attempts in here. Rest of the attempts, again, if I'm really looking, and the big reason for this, guys, is when you look, remember this rotation is every 7 days, so the chances of me building up heroes a little bit higher within the next 5 days is pretty likely depending on who we have. So I do wait to do this. I change up the formation. I usually land within 10 to 20% is the target for where I do want to land in there. Now that does, of course, all of our dailies. The dailies accumulate and just roll up to our weeklies. But in addition, guys, I buy the deluxe cards, which we see right here. I pick up the monthly card and I pick up the deluxe monthly card because I want the cards out of here, which is essentially how we're going to build the awakened version of Sophia. Pick up all of our merchant ship, noble society if we have anything available, which we do right there. And then Regal rewards, I do not buy out at this time, just for the simple fact that I have a majority of heroes in AFK Arena. So the cost average of it is not really there because chances are I'm just going to get a lot of duplicate heroes at that point. Hopping over here, guys, I pop open all of the chests. Now, the big thing to remember in here is if you're saving chests, and I cannot stress this enough, guys, if you're a pay-to-win player, if you're free to play, whoever you may be, in whatever capacity you may be playing AFK Arena, if you're saving items in here, you're just hurting your progression, and that is the honest truth. I have enough red chests for Sophia, so I'm going with Poke Coins in here. Usually I just pick up the red chest, but I want to make sure that we can get some of the furniture on Sophia. Then, of course, the red cores is what we're looking for. This one, I do the engraving mats because you can never have enough of those. And there we go. Like I said, if you're sitting on chests, if you're sitting on stones, if you're sitting on things like that, you're hurting your progression. This could be a Celestial or Hypogean that I could use to make advancement. These could be heroes that I could actually be recycling within here, making a lot more progression than I already have. We're already at 265 time emblems with Sophia coming out probably next Tuesday. It would be the normal kind of cycle. We'll hopefully have 300 plus cards at that point to go ahead and summon up. And this is the run through, guys, that I do every single day. So now that I know the dailies are done, the weeklies are done, everything of that nature, this is the point of AFK Arena where I go and I start my progression journey. So I start through the campaign, or I go to the King's Tower to make formations. I know the Peaks of Time is done, the Rift is done, the Voyages are done, the Thrilling Voyages are done. Everything at this point, it kind of brings it back to more of an AFK game, which means, again, I don't spend as much time and effort on this account. And that is one of the reasons why we're kind of focusing on it, is to make solid progression in here. So if I can beat essentially 980 within the World Tree, I'm going to have the ability to get 5 more cards, which is going to bring me closer to that awakened version of Sophia. As we continue through here, again, this is kind of the prep work that I do to make progression. We're almost 1,000 floors into each faction tower, which again is huge. Building up and really focusing on the resonating crystal at this point to gain levels. Level, of course, is going to transmit into easier time to make more progression within those faction towers. Now, the resonating crystal and levels themselves, guys, the campaign and the towers are the 2 biggest factors in there, to where even if I don't have a lot of these heroes built out, I can still make a considerable amount of progression just because of the sheer levels that I have within AFK Arena, allowing me to push progression within the towers and also farm the Stargazer cards as well as the time emblems that we're getting out of there. So all right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.